All right, hello everyone. This is Parenting Essentials, and this is Home for Key Strategies to Parenting. Thank you for joining me today. Let me know if you can hear me. If you're there and I'm audible, I will appreciate if you can hear me. In case you don't know, my name is Oye Layo, but you can call me Oye for short. And I am a parenting coach. Let me be sure I am audible. You're going to be seeing my face shortly. Let me confirm I am audible. And if you're there, you can hear me. Please help me confirm that you can hear me. It's another beautiful Saturday evening. And I'm very excited to come back and finish up what I started 2 weeks ago. Beautiful Saturday evening. I started a topic 2 weeks ago about play. What is play to a child? What is play to a child? Let me know where you're joining me from. Kindly let me know where you're joining me from. So I'm going to finish up what is play to a child and why your child should play. Why your child should play. So I explained 2 weeks ago that play is fundamental. It's fundamental to children. It is fundamental part of children's development. You know, it's about their holistic development. So we cannot remove play from one aspect of their life or the other aspect. So when we talk about play to children, it is about their holistic development. And I explained that in detail 2 weeks ago. So if you were not here, you can go ahead and check so that I don't have to recap over again, because I want to finish up about play today. I spoke about the key aspect of play and what play means to a child. I talk about the exploration, the discovery, the things that they're going to get from play. So today I'll quickly talk about the types of play and what are the benefits of playing to your child. I know many are aware of the types of play that we have. However, there are still quite a lot of people that are not aware about the types of play that we have. For the benefit of those people, I will quickly talk about the types of play. I'll talk about the types of play. The first one I'm going to talk about is the free play. Free play. You can hear from the name, it's free. It is unstructured play. You know, it is spontaneous play that is driven by the child's interest or imagination. Maybe they're in a space, they're in the house, maybe they see a toy or a new thing, an antique. And that is going to motivate them to, maybe they want to do exploration. They're trying to find out what is this. And from there, they're playing. That is a free play. No rules, nothing. Another type of play that I want to talk about today is the structured play. That is the opposite of the free play. This type of play for a child is an organized activity. This type of play is organized. There are specific groups that are guiding it. There are goals that have been set. It can be a sport. It can be a board game. But this is going to be an organized play. There is rules like don't go here, don't touch here. But in a free play, there are no such rules. There is no don't go here, don't touch here. They are allowed to do whatever they want. But in a structured play, there are rules that are binding, that are guiding that moment. Another type of play is the imaginative play. You know, it's organized activity that is specific rules or goals also. That is the structured play. But the imaginative one is the activity that children can create a scenario. An imaginative play is the one that they can create a scenario, they can create stories, you know. That often involves the role playing. When we talk about the imaginative play, you can see children doing the role play. You'll be the doctor, I'll be the nurse, you'll be the patient, I'll be the cook. You can come and buy something for me. It can be kitchen role playing, it can be hospital, it can be whatever it is. Those are imaginative play. Another type of play is the physical play. This involves the physical movement. Any play that is going to involve them moving around, it can be jumping, it can be running, it can be climbing. It's a different type of play. You can be walking through the stairs. It's a play, but you might not know that they are playing but it is called the physical play. We have the constructive play. This is building or creating something. It can be construction, building blocks, Legos. It can be art supplies. It can be maybe art materials. They just want to create something. That is constructive play. Another type of play that I want to talk about today is the interactive play. It's a social play with peers. They are playing with your mates. They are playing with their classmates. It can be, this is going to help them with cooperative games also. Pretend play also is going to help them. It's also interactive, but this particular one is going to focus on cooperation, playing with peers. It can be due to the social development of a child, but such a play is called the interactive play. So in conclusion, we know that play is not what we can overemphasize in the life of a child. I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. It's about their holistic development. So I said it 2 weeks ago. I said, for some of you that you are almighty mommy and daddy, all you complain every time is, my child plays too much. Are you still on that page? Let me see who is there with me. Let me confirm you're there with me. All of you on the page of my child play too much. My child is always jumping around. My child is always doing this and that. It is part of life for a child. Play is part of life for a child. So we cannot keep saying, my child is playing too much, because that is their work. Can I say that again? Play is children's work. Coach, what are you talking about? How can play be children's work? Yes, that's their work. Do you have a job you have given to them? Their job is to play. Your job is now to know how to guide them. Maybe you want to give them a structured play or whatever it is. That is your job to put in place. But you can't stop them from playing. But you can decide, maybe you can decide what sort of play you want them to do part-time. And that brings me to the use putting structure in place in your household. That is it. So for their developmental well-being, for your child's developmental well-being, never say don't play. No, they have to play. It is a must. It is not even negotiable. And your job also is to encourage the diverse play, different type of play opportunity. You have to create that opportunity for them. You have to let them have the privilege to play. You have to support them to see it as something that is needed. You can see a lot of children struggling to know how to play because of what they have heard over the time. Parents saying, you're playing too much. Why are you jumping around? Why are you doing this? You are telling your child not to jump around, not to sit on the, not to jump on the couch. I understand that. But you are not replacing anything to that. Don't forget that these children are not robots. We are not raising robotic children. Your job is to tell them what to do, not just don't do that. Okay, they are listening to you. They are not going to do what you ask them not to do. But what will they do? Don't do this, don't do that. It's okay if that is if what you're talking about is not good for your child, it's totally okay. But your job also is now to let them know what they can do. Your job is for you to let them know how far is too far, how close is too close, what is acceptable and what is not acceptable. So why should your child play? Why should your child play? I can see you there, Mohammed Abdul. Thank you for joining me again today. Mamna Ma Kaldido. I don't want to murder your name. Thank you for joining me today. And Akas Ade Oseini. Thank you for joining me today. I can see you from my page. Thank you for joining me today. I'm talking about play, and I started this topic 2 weeks ago. So you can do well and check that out if you were not with me. So why should your child play? Why should a child play? Maybe you are the caregiver. Maybe the child is just with you for a moment. Maybe you're the uncle, the auntie. Why should you allow this child to play? Why? Don't forget, we've said it over and again. It is essential to their holistic development. And we call it childhood for a purpose. We are not saying adulthood. So why do you want your child to become an adult overnight? Many parents are so much in a hurry because of what their child is doing that is typical. It is expected and it's acceptable from a child, which is play. You want them to become an adult in a hurry. It is called childhood, not adulthood. And your child should play because it's going to contribute to their physical development, their cognitive, I will break that down shortly, the social development, emotional development of a child. Maybe your child is struggling, maybe in their physical development. Maybe they are bumping into things in the house. It might even be in their mathematics, literacy, whatever it is, can be academical delay or something. Maybe your child has even been called a slow learner. It can be a challenge. And you said because of this developmental delay or academical delay, you play too much, you shouldn't play. All you do is you just employ a tutor, math extra tutor, English extra tutor. You're not going to help your child, trust me. Trust me. When you allow your child to play naturally, when you put things in play, this so-called developmental delay, academical delay, it might be maybe social developmental delay, whatever it is, any milestone that your child is delayed in, it's going to fade off naturally. Play is power. It will fade off naturally. There is so much power when you allow your child to play. But coach, you don't understand. Mike can play. We jump until there is an injury, until there is, I can imagine what you're thinking in your head right now. That is when you step in as the parent and caregiver to teach the child a skill that the child lacks. Your child loves to play but doesn't know how to play. Fine. Your job is to teach the child how to play. Your job is to set rules and boundaries. That is your job. So when you are telling the child, don't play because they really do not know how to play appropriately, you are running away from your duty. You are putting the child on hold from being a child, and you are saying, I am not a qualified or a skilled parent, because your job is to teach the child how to play. So, I said it before, and I'm just going to break it down quickly. I talk about the physical development. When a child is playing, it comes with physical development. The bone is getting strong. They get to get the coordination, the control. The motor skills are going to be intact. Through play, yes. Play is going to help them to develop both the fine motor skills, the gross motor skills. Because the teacher has come to you, has called you that your child cannot write properly. Your child cannot write on the line. Your child is writing outside the line. Your child cannot color in properly. You think because the teacher said, my child cannot color in the line, my child cannot write properly, I need to bring a tutor for literacy, for handwriting. It's not bad. But that might be what your child, that might not be useful for your child at that moment. When we talk about fine motor skills, there are activities that are like play, but it's going to enhance your child's writing. So these motor skills that you are worried about can come in line through play. There are finger activities that actually play at the same time they are learning. Your job is to find out what is needed per time. When we talk about gross motor skills, another one is like running. I said that before, jumping and climbing. For some of you, you don't know that allowing your child to take reasonable risks is part of life. You don't want to see your child jump. You don't want to see your child climb. Because maybe when you were younger, you were climbing and you fell off. So in your head, none of my children will climb. That's a trauma. That's a trauma that you're dealing with, and you want to pass it on to your child. And I tell you the truth, that is not fair on that child's part. Because they have to explore, they have to improve. They have to improve. You have to kill your fear and not sell it to the next generation. So this motor skills through play is going to help their muscles to be strengthened. You don't have energy. Why are you wiggling? Let the child play. That is going to fade off naturally. Not coordinated, let the child play. Balance, everything, let the child play. Another thing that is going to be a benefit of play when we talk about physical development is the health and fitness. The child is going to be healthy. They're going to fit. When you allow your child to play, they get healthy. Not about only the balanced diet. You're giving your child everything they're supposed to eat in their menu. That's fine. But they are not playing at all. It's not a balanced diet. For a child, play is food. Add it to their menu, and it's going to be called the balanced diet, and it's going to improve their health. It's going to improve their fitness. It's going to help them to regulate their physical play. It's going to help them to think. You see a lot of children today, I understand there are X factors. You see little ones today having obesity. I know there are health-related issues that can cause that. But just allow them to play. It will help. Even those that have underlying issue, allow them to play. It's going to improve their health. It's going to improve their health, their lifestyle from a young age. You are struggling to lose weight. I might be struggling to lose weight. If I play like a child, trust me, I'm going to lose that weight naturally. If you play like a child, it's going to be beneficial to you also. Another benefit of that is the sensory development. We have quite a number of children that have sensory issues. They can't stand some certain noise, some feelings. Just allow them to keep playing. The sensory is going to develop naturally. Because play is, it's naturally involved with so many sensory experiences. When they are playing, they are going to be touching, they are going to be touched, they are going to, they're not going to play without touching a surface. That is why play is good for any developmental kind of delay for a child. When they are playing, they are observing colors. Some have this issue that they cannot stand any bright colors, especially those on the spectrum. Some for them is the red color or any bright color at all. When they come to the room, you don't know why they are screaming, why they are not comfortable, why they are closing their eyes, why they are wiggling their fingers. It might be a sensory issue. But when you allow them, give them a safe space to play, it is going to improve this aspect of their life. Your child is struggling with identification of colors and numbers and shapes. Please turn it to play. Do an activity and incorporate play in it. It's going to help a lot. So play is crucial for sensory development. Another part of play is the cognitive development. I've just spoken about, all I've mentioned so far is about the physical development. So let's talk about the cognitive development. Cognitive development, that is another important part of play that why your child needs to play. It's going to help them with the problem-solving skills. You've been talking and talking. I'm a parent myself, so I know what I'm talking about. Sometimes our children are divided, They are not coordinated. They are not, their body, maybe they are distracted. Distraction is a word. But when we actually give them that safe place to explore and play, it's going to help them to improve their problem-solving skills. Allow them to experiment, make decisions, solve problems. So problem-solving skills start from as little as giving your 2-year-old 2 blocks to stock, 4 blocks to stock. That is how they develop this skill. It's not when they are grown, when they become teenager or an adult and they're struggling. Start now. Don't wait. Building blocks cannot be overemphasized. When they're building block, you give your 2 years 4 blocks to stock and they're struggling, they are dealing with it. They are learning to become a problem solver. So they are developing their problem solving skills like that. They are learning strategies from their game. It's going to enhance also their critical thinking. They stuck it wrongly. They are going to think, how am I going to fix this? How can these 2 fingers fit in? Maybe they are trying to think. Allow them to develop this aspect of life. Very critical. It is very essential for the aspect of their life. It's going to help them with creativity and imagination. You give them 4 blocks now, you give them 6 blocks tomorrow, another day you give them 10 blocks. They begin to think, how can I turn this block to a building? How can I make an Eiffel Tower from this block? Just go and play. Just go away. You don't know that they are not just playing. It is not just play, but they are developing through play. It's going to help them a lot. Creativity and imagination. Another good play that is going to help your child to develop creativity and imagination is the role play, the pretend play. It's going to help them to broaden their imagination. It's going to help them a lot. When they begin to create a scenario, think about you be this, I'll be that. They begin to remember an event that they went to or what has happened, an experience they had, and they begin to create a scenario with it. You are helping them to develop their creativity and imagination. That is how they develop. That is how they grow. Language development is another thing. Your child is having limited words. Maybe at a certain age, you expect your child to be having like 50 words, but this moment they have 5 words. But you have called teacher for literacy, you have gone for therapy, speech therapy and everything. Trust me, play can help. You can actually use play to develop your child's language skill. You can use play to bring out words together, to develop language or sentence making for your child. Don't forget, I always say, and I'm going to say it again, that you're your child's first therapist. It is not everything that you say, I don't have money, I cannot do it. Some of you are so ignorant. Some parents are so ignorant that all you do when a child is passing through a developmental delay is to even beat that child. Are you the only one? Are you the only one? This child is struggling, but you're not even seeing it. In your head, the child has chosen not to listen to the teacher. The child has chosen not to even know those words. No, the child might be going through something. There might be an underlying issue. So I'm using this time to encourage you as a parent. Don't just jump into beating every time or screaming on your children, especially when you are noticing a developmental, maybe learning disability. There might be an underlying problem. So let them explore. It might be language development. Let them explore. Pay attention to details. Ensure that you get to know what might be going on by you first understanding the unique child. I cannot overemphasize that. We can't just turn ourselves to principality and power. Are you the only one? Isn't this? Then you start to compare them. Buki was in your class. James was there right there. You guys were, that child is not James. Come on. That is why the name of that child is Paul. That child is called Timothy. That is why the child's name is Muhammad. So come on, relax. And find out what the child might be going through. And now I'm giving you on the platter of God that play is going to be a big therapy for your child. No matter what they might be passing through per time. It is for sure. Memory and concentration is another one. A lot of children go through this phase. They can't keep things. You tell them now they are distracted. They cannot actually concentrate. So you put a game that requires rules and strategy. Maybe your child is struggling to follow rules, for example. When you say something, they don't actually know how to follow rules. You have beaten the child, you have screamed on the child. Can you try some games that you can incorporate that is going to help them to know how to follow rules? One of the common one is the Simon Says. They are playing, they are having fun, but they are learning how to follow rules. They are learning how to be coordinated. They are learning how to concentrate on what they are doing per time, because if they do not listen to the instruction of the game, they are going to miss out. Musical chairs, if they do not listen to the music, they're going to lose out. If they do not pay attention to what they're doing, they will not be able to get where to sit. So when we do these games with our children, when we play with them, when you do this with your children, you are not just wasting your time. You are equipping them to what is required in their holistic development. So don't ever think, I don't even have time. I don't have time, oh. You see some parents saying, I don't have time, oh. How can I have time? I have time. I have time. Because that is what your child requires. I have time. It's a must for you to have the time. So social development, the interpersonal skills are there. I've said something similar already. You provide the opportunity for them to interact with others. They can have a play date. They can go out with their friends. They have opportunity. If you have children that are preteen or going towards preteen for in fact, let's go back to early school years, maybe from 6 years. And you have them, they're already having friends. They can tell you that, mommy, this is my best friend. They get into that stage up to maybe 8 years. Study them when they are with their friends. Just keep quiet, don't say a word. You will see how much they are going to engage. The child that you think that, I know you don't talk much. I don't know why you're not talking to me. Just don't interrupt. Don't do as if you're seeing what you're doing or what you're saying. Pay attention. You will see how much they are communicating. How much they are trying to cooperate, to share things. That is a major developmental stage for a child. It's going to help them to understand the social norms. When they have interpersonal skills, it's going to help them to understand to develop empathy. They begin to share things with their friends. They begin to do things. I think I'm taking too long on this. I want to finish. All right? So these are the conflict resolution is another one. Your children are always fighting. All your children, siblings rivalry is already there in your house. They fight on everything and anything. For full time, they will fight. For toy time, can you please allow them to explore together through play? Because they're going to be able to learn how to negotiate. Because don't always jump into their issues. Allow them to develop and learn how to negotiate between themselves. When you want your child to learn how to resolve conflict, when you want your child to learn the conflict resolution skills, give them the time and privilege to negotiate between one another. Don't always be there to be the savior. Mommy, this one do this. Mommy, this one do that. And you want to always be there to be the chief judge. Hello. Allow them, give them the opportunity. Can you go talk about it? Allow them to go back and talk about it. And it's going to help them a lot. It's going to help them to learn patience, to develop patience as a skill. Empathy as a skill. These things are skills that we need to teach them. They are not inbuilt. But this one they didn't teach. No, that is what the child has seen over the time. So we have to allow our children to learn. At the same time, when you allow them to do this, to resolve things by themselves through play, they are going to develop teamwork. Have you ever wondered why you as an adult cannot do anything with your colleague at work? You always have issues. I don't want to come for you today. You always have issues every time. You cannot agree with anybody at work. You cannot do any teamwork. Team project is a problem because that was a skill that you lack as a child or you didn't master it. So the best you can do is to help yourself and help your child. Allow them to play with their friends, to encourage them for teamwork. Collective effort. Do it together. Teach your children to play together with somebody to build. Maybe they love to do something alone. I don't want anybody to touch my thing. I don't want anybody to touch my thing. I understand. We have different kind of children, but you have to use that as an advantage and teach them the skill they lack. Help them to have how to play with a common goal with their friends or peers. Another thing that play is going to help them is the emotional development. Your child is every time crying. Little thing they are crying. This they are crying. They get emotional every time. Allow them to play and explore with their friends. It's going to help. Some of them lack self-regulation. Play is going to help. It's going to help them also to learn how to manage their own emotions. Play is going to help them how to cope with frustrations. Because when they are playing with their friends and they are not used to it, at first they are going to get frustrated. They will be frustrated. They are doing blocks, they want like this. Every other person say we want like this. They might want to give up at the beginning, but your job is to encourage the child and say, just go ahead. You're going to achieve it together. There's a skill that you're teaching the child that is going to be of a great benefit to the child as an adult. A lot of adults are struggling because they lack these skills or they did not master it. They lack it or they did not master it. It's going to relieve their stress if they're playing with whatever they like. They feel less concerned about whatever is happening. Sometimes they are playing, they don't even think if they have eaten or not. They don't even know if they are hungry or not. They're just enjoying the play. That is how much relief play can give to a child. Play can give so much relief to a child. Stress relief. Because it's their work and that is what they should do as a child. Another type of play with their benefit is the free play and every other thing that we have mentioned. So who is there with me today? What do you want me to talk about? You have a question? Please let me know. Encourage your child to join in fun play. When you go out, your child does not always want to participate in anything. You go for a birthday party, your own child is just want to sit down. I don't want to do. But in your head, you think, I've raised a child that, self-respect. It is not self-respect, though. It's a skill that the child is lacking. Please teach it. They are with their peers. Maybe a party of maybe 5 years. They are 5 years most of the time. They don't struggle with this. The age range that struggle with what I'm saying is between 8, 9, 10, preteen generally. Preteen generally, they struggle with this a lot. They just get to a point, I don't want to play with my friends. They just feel like, there's not needed. They get to a party, you ask them to play. They said, no, But you feel so proud as a parent. You raise your shoulder. My child is not even playing with them. That's good. It is not good. It is not good because the negative effect can be so massive. They are building a negative skill, which I cannot even break down now because we don't have the time. Please allow them to have a fun time with their friends. As long as it's a safe environment. All you need to do is to ensure a safe environment. You are the one that took them to the party anyway, so you know the place is safe. Encourage them to join in the fun. Let them participate in play, games, fun time with their friends, classmates, party. Another thing that play is going to do for your child, one big benefit, especially for those who are already struggling with screen time, play is going to eliminate screen time. I don't know what to do. My child can sit on the screen and watch from morning to night. One, I don't want to come for you. That's your 10 years that you bought iPhone 13 for. Whose fault? I'm not going there today. That is your business. You know how you want to parent your child, and that is not, I'm not here to correct you on what to do today, but make sure that you're not doing what is going to destroy your child. So for that child, whatever child that you know that the screen time is already excessive, please let them play. You can replace screen time with play. Because naturally, children love play. But when you have a child who doesn't like play, just want to be on the screen, it is alarming. Can I say that again? Your child just want to be on the screen and press the phone that you have given to them as 8 years birthday. Hey, I'm not coming for you today. When your child is not eager to play with their friends, their peers, they are not eager to even talk to their friends and peers that are seated with them. They just want to press phone. They just want to watch the screen. It is alarming. Please wake up and do something fast. Another thing that you can say, my child doesn't like to play. Maybe you're not providing a variety of play for them. Because children sometimes at a certain age, they can easily get bored. All they have is only building blocks. They might get to a time and they are bored. So your job is to provide variety of play for them. Let them have options. At a certain age, they want options. They want to do this, try something else, create that. Many activities, your job is to align, show them what to do. Not just don't do that. I think I've said enough for today. Encourage outdoor play, not only indoor. Let them go out. Let them go to the sand area if there is sandy area. Let them mess themselves up. It's okay. It's okay. That's how we grew up, and there are so many benefits that comes with messy play for your children. Outdoor play, not only inside. PS5, not only PS5. Let them go out and play. It is of a great benefit for your child. Trust me. Let them go out and play. If you have space, let them go out. Walk on the grass, walk on the sand, slide down, do everything that is good for them. It is going to be of a great benefit. I think I'm going to stop for now. All right, any questions so far on play? I believe I explained in detail, so I don't think there will be a question. I don't think so. So, all right, I've been talking about play, and I started this topic 2 weeks ago. So if you are not here and you have little ones, or you want to know more about play for a child, or you're an intending parent, trust me, you need to understand this before those bundle of joy come. So I want you to just go back and watch 2 weeks ago videos. Last week I didn't continue because we celebrated our anniversary. And thank you for joining us on that. And today I am rounding up on play, and mentioned benefits that comes with when you allow your child to play. When a child plays, what are the benefits? And that is what I've been talking about all day. So I want to believe that you have gotten something today. So if you're seeing my face for the very first time today, my name is Oyelayo. I'm not sure if Facebook is updating those who are there, but if you are there, I want to say hello to you. I believe you can hear me clearly and audibly. My name is Oyelayo, but you can call me Oye for short. I am your parenting coach, and this is Parenting Essential. It is coming to you from the Vision Guide. Thank you, and bye for now. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you.